always
You know,
catching me on like when I look like the shittiest shit ever. I haven't
bro,
been.
bro, I haven't showered in at least 48 hours, so I'm
Okay,
with you.
I'm about there. Okay.
Yeah,
No,
dude,
I haven't
so
been
we're
up to
both
much.
grease balls right now. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah, kind of.
I
I
love
think
it.
I'm at about. Am I at 48 hours? Yeah, probably actually. I think I am. Today would be.
Dude, my part's not even in the right spot. That's how you know fucked up that.
Oh my God,
That's how
that's
you
funny.
know it's bad, bro. It's like
But
when you got like two, you got that one starting there, and then yeah, no. But anyway, sorry to
I've just
interrupt.
been fucking like laying around and working out and eating. Yeah, I've been mostly busy making food and lifting weights right
Wait, so
now.
you're telling me that for the last 5 days you ignored me so that you could lay around and fucking lift weights and eat food? That's what you've been doing? Here I was thinking you were out there climbing
Well, no,
fucking Mount
I
Everest.
I
Some
had
really good excuse.
no, I had like um a girl over too every now and then, so she was like taking up my
Oh,
time.
okay. All right, look at this
But
guy, fucking Rico Suave over here.
oh God, no, no, no.
What have you been up to, man? What's the lady? What's the deal?
Oh, nothing. I don't know. Just some local chick. Nothing too crazy, to be honest. I don't know how
Well,
serious.
aren't
I
local
don't know how
chicks the
serious.
craziest?
Well, I don't know. I've just gotten like lazy, and it's like all the girls I've dated in the past have all been from like hours
Alexandria.
away. Yeah, like Grand Forks and like weird places where they're like 2, 3 hours, and it's like, and then I always have to like uplift my life and go like move to them and like a pathetic lost puppy. So it's like I'm just giving up on that portion of my life.
That's probably a good idea, though. Yeah, make them come to you, or at least find them where you're at. Like, come
Yeah.
on.
So
Yeah,
it's like it's just way easier. But
yeah, I think your head's
problem
in
is
the
there ain't
right.
like any women really around here worth a damn either because it's Park Rapids, and so it's like either you know them already and they're still
Once
around
again,
here
I'm
like I am.
talking, bro. You're talking shit about our moms, dude. Why, I mean, they're from
Well, yeah,
fucking
but
Park
like our
Rapids.
moms are like the last great women that are in town
Oh
probably.
yeah. What are the odds? This happens to work out that way. Of course, there's gonna be some A plus material in there, but
I don't go out
it's like
enough
it's
to
finding a
find it.
needle in a haystack.
Yeah.
But isn't that the
Well,
way it is
actually,
everywhere?
it's
Except
more
there's
like finding like
a needle.
it's not even a haystack because it's Park Rapids, so it's probably like smaller than that. But like the piece to find it is smaller, making it the haystack,
Exactly,
right? So it's
exactly,
smaller than a
exactly.
needle.
It's like you're trying to find a grain of sand
Yes,
inside of a
but like a really small piece grain of sand from like the beach that's like super fine.
yeah, yeah. But you're trying to
And
find the
like
grain of
you
sand
almost don't
in
know it's
what is the
sand.
thing
Like
it's
it's
in?
something you can just put in your mouth and chew, like a grain of sand.
You're
And you
trying to
can
find a
chew it
grain
because
of
it's so
sand.
fine.
You're trying to find a grain of sand in a spoon of mac and cheese.
No, that would be too easy
Yeah,
because you
you're
would
right.
automatically feel that. It's got to be like a grain of sand in a pile of sand, but like a specific kind of sand.
That doesn't
Or like
work.
it's a certain grain of sand, a certain grain. Like there's only one grain that you have to find, but it's
No,
already in a pile of other
no.
sand.
That's like saying like, oh, try to find a hay like a piece of hay in a haystack. It doesn't work. No, no, no. You gotta have
It
something.
does work.
You have
How
to have
does that
something
not
to
work?
contrast with the sand, bro. God damn. Come on.
Okay, I guess I was
Okay, but
going
let's say
off.
this. What if you're eating something that has why is it eating? I don't know. Maybe you
I don't
have
know why,
something that
because I brought up some for some reason I brought up eating the sand because it's so fine. You can just chew it. Now it's like now you're on a food kick.
what about something that requires like high like a steak where you're gonna put some salt on there and the salt and there's a little bit of like bite in terms of like the charred parts and all that. So you might not notice the sand.
Hold
So
on,
it's
maybe.
like trying to find a grain of sand in a bite of steak. No, I don't know. I'm not feeling it.
No,
Not
I'd
feeling
be responding. I got quiet there because I'm actually on the toilet taking a shit. So,
Oh, why?
I was just
Okay.
forcing that one out there.
All right. Well, you know what? That's natural, man.
But you already know I'm like the fastest shitter in the north. I'm done already. I'm just
Oh, you're
peeing
at
now.
least the fastest shitter in. Yeah, yeah. I think in several
I
norths.
think
I
there's
think
something
in one.
wrong with my butthole. It's the problem. I don't like an undiagnosed. like a Stretch Armstrong, like just a butthole that's naturally gaped without like trying to like do that. Because you know, like
Bro,
those some women they get like those huge dildos and they try to like do these like gaping things where they like intentionally try and stretch their buttholes out to see what they can fit in there. But I think mine is just like unintentionally just like sort of already gape. So I might have like real potential in something like that.
if everything else fails, bro, you've got the gaping you've
It could
got
go on.
gaping on lock, bro. But
It could be like I could do like an OnlyFans like gaping fetish.
oh my God. I mean, the thing is, man, you should have been a little more careful in high school. I think that really messed things up for you.
You think I pushed too hard or what?
No, I'm just thinking like you know, you push too much in. And
Yeah,
joking.
maybe. Fuck.
I'm joking. Uh no, in retrospect, the eggplant wasn't a great idea.
Have you ever actually bought one of those?
An eggplant? Yeah, we buy those here all the time.
Are you being serious? I
No,
don't
but
think
for
I've
real,
ever even
that's
actually seen one in real life.
no, they're very common here. And actually, you make them and they kind of have like, they're almost kind of like a potatoy, mushroomy texture. It's a really weird texture. It's not for everybody, but
Like at this point, I feel like they're not even like real. Are they actually real?
they're real. They're purple and they're kind of big and bulbous. And like, I don't know how to explain it. They look a little bit like a squash.
Why don't you
No, they
tell me how
don't.
you really feel? They're
Yeah, they're
big and they're
painful. They're
bulbous. Yeah,
painful.
that's what she said.
They're painful, okay? No, I'm kidding. I'm grabbing a brewski.
That's fine because I'm just wiping my ass.
What's that?
I said that's. I said you grab your brewski. That's fine because I'm just sitting here wiping my ass.
Nice, dude.
Yep.
That's like that's next level. Here's the here, okay. How's it been going with the lifting? So are you now? Because you were originally telling me that you were like not being super bulky, like but now it sounds like you're committing to like I'm just going to eat my way up the ladder here. What's going on?
No, I'm not.
Am I
I'm
misreading
just
that,
trying to put on. I just want to put on a little weight because I started out when I started lifting, dude. I was only 145. I was back down to my high school weight,
bro? I'm gonna throw you something here. Be
and so
careful
now
because you're playing with
put.
fire. You're
I'm trying to
playing
put
with
on
fire,
clean weight though. I'm not putting on like I'm not like bulking and putting on like a bunch of weight. I'm trying to just put on like actual muscle. So I'm like
bro.
eating super clean. What?
Can we just talk about a scenario where I call you in like six
You should
months? I
see
don't
this
hear from you.
poop, dude. It's
No,
huge.
you ghost me, right? And like all of a sudden, like this 5 day streak turns into
I
five
didn't
months.
ghost you.
Hold on a second. I'm saying like in the future, we instead of
Dude, this
five
thing
days,
is huge. You should see this. Oh my God.
and then listen to this, right? Right. So I talk to you. Finally, you answer a Zoom, right? And you get on, and you're a big boy all of a sudden. And then I find out what happened was that you got super into the bulking, but you stopped lifting.
Wait, well, who stopped lifting?
No, I'm saying like 5 months, 6 months from now. What happens if you get addicted to the bulking phase, but you just like you're like, yeah, I stopped actually lifting, but you're still
And I'm just
bulking,
like fat.
dude. I'm just saying, be careful, man.
Yeah, I'm only eating a lot now because I've been lifting a lot. So I've had an appetite, but I'm like going hard in the gym.
All right, all right. I just thought
But
there
I'm
was
not
something
trying to
funny there
actually like
about.
bulk. I want to get on. I want to get to like 170 or 180, and then like lose a bunch of it, and be like 160 at like 8% body fat. That's all I
See,
want.
again,
I
I
want
don't
to
know
look
what any of that means.
like what like Rocky Balboa looks like or something.
Okay,
You
yeah,
know, back in the old days, like old Rocky Balboa, where he's
yeah.
just fucking like Rocky Four style, where he's
So
just
you want to be
fucking
Rocky, but instead of having Billy Fletcher face, you have Clinton Stern's face.
yeah, pretty much. Like I just want
Because
to get like
Rocky does
super like
Sylvester
low body
Stallone.
fat, super
Haven't
low
we talked
body
about the
fat
fact that
percentage.
he
What?
Rocky looks? Haven't we talked about the fact that Billy looks like Rocky, like Sylvester
Yes.
Stallone?
Yeah,
That's crazy though, right? Like he
I
really
brought
does
it
look
up
like
to
they
him
could be.
before.
I mean, he could play like Rocky's like illegitimate
Son in
love
like a
child,
movie,
you know? Yeah.
like
Like
he
if
could be
Rocky, you know,
like the stepchild of so like the unknown son. Like he
yeah, no,
maybe he
he's
should
he's Rocky's
audition.
real child.
Maybe he should audition for it.
I think he should, dude, because he's
Like
also
if
like he
Rocky
already
does
has
like
the
a new
experience.
Rocky, like instead of
Yeah,
doing Creed, they call it like Fletcher or something.
yeah, Fletch.
And it'd be yeah, it's already a movie, but we'll go with it. Or no, am I thinking of Hitch?
Or
Fletch. I feel
like
like that's
Billy
a movie.
Balboa, dude. Billy Balboa. I mean, fuck. Like what if this actually manifests and like within like 3 years Billy is like of like the next big fucking Hollywood undiscovered,
Stallone,
unknown, yeah. He
Billy
comes out of the
Stallone,
woodwork and all of a sudden Billy's like he already has like three scripts prepared. Like we had no idea that he was like
Sylvester Fletcher.
he was ready for this. What'd you say?
Who, Billy?
Yeah.
Billy was ready for this?
Yeah, but I'm saying like what if he's already got like three screenplays prepared for that moment? Like where he's
Who,
like,
Billy or
yeah, Billy.
Stallone?
Billy.
He might.
Would you be surprised? Like in all honesty, if Billy said to you guys like said to us like, "Hey guys, I got so I got to tell you something. I've been working on this thing. It actually started as a project after high school, and I've been doing deep dive analysis, and that's actually why I did the whole UFC thing because I was actually deep undercover and I was doing all this research, and then and I've been working on this project. It's a big universe, and now I'm finally ready to take it to the big times, guys." What would you do? What would you do, man?
I'd
Would
be
you
like,
be surprised?
no. And I'd be like, Billy, do it. I've been waiting for this my whole life.
Yeah.
Just do it, Billy. Yeah, seriously, I've been thinking about it really long time. You guys really gave me that motivation to really get this and do this. You know, after starting my podcast now, it really makes me want to get myself out there and just really show the world what I can do and offer to them, like in terms like acting and all other things that I can do in life. Yes, Billy, just do it.
Wait a minute, isn't his name Philly Bletcher?
Oh, wait. No, what was it?
Yeah,
I
it's
thought it
Philly Bletcher. You just switched the first and last. That's the thing. Remember, because it was
Billy
Lat
Bletcher?
Molly, Lat Molly.
Oh,
So
yeah, I
it's
remember Lat Molly, but
Philly
Philly
Bletcher, dude.
Bletcher.
That actually
Philly
works
Bletcher.
better.
I thought we had something else. Didn't we come up with? I thought we said something else.
I think something else was said, but that was the thing we went with because it was Lat Molly, and so I think that pretty much solidified it. And my name, and your name was not Clinton. It was Slinton Caterns.
Wasn't it Slinton Kearns or something?
It's technically Slinton Caterns.
Oh, yeah, but with the T had to be silent though. It's got to be like a soft T, so it's Slinton Kearns.
Yeah, Slinton Kearns. And so I guess my name is Roll Candle, which is pretty good actually. I don't mind that. But
Wait,
so
hold on.
Billy is
Wait,
fucking
wait, wait, wait,
Philly
wait, wait, wait.
Bletcher,
There's
dude.
how, dude. I don't even think I can comprehend saying Express's name.
No, I don't think it's possible. You'd have to say
L-
Bre- Lepressa,
Lerepsha Sproler.
Lepressa Slashai. Because she actually has two L's in her last name, so it would be LL. So her last name is LL. So actually, if you just replace the L with the S, then it's actually still Slashai. So it's Lepressa Slashai. Uh, but so okay, who else do we have? Like, oh, Caleb Brown. His name would be
Baleb Crown.
Caleb Brown. That's not bad though.
That sounds like a whiskey.
Yeah, or it sounds
Like
like the
if
crown of
Minnesota
Balaam.
had a famous whiskey from Duluth, it would be a.
Yeah.
You know what, we that could be its own drink. You go to the bar and be like, "Yeah, can I get a Baleb Crown?" That totally sounds like a drink,
Yes.
bro.
Yes. But
A
doesn't it
ba-
also sound like something out of like mythic lore, like the crown of Balaam? Balaam's crown. What? Baleb's crown, dude. Actually,
Oh my
Baleb
God.
Baleb is a cool name when you think about it. I've never heard that.
Yeah,
Baleb.
if I ever have another kid, I'm naming him Baleb.
I
Baleb
am
Crown.
too.
It's
I
gonna
am
be his
too.
middle name, Baleb
We should
Crown.
we should try to who gets there first. Race. We
Well,
start
hopefully
now.
you, because I don't need any more. But if like I have like an off chance, like where it's just like a stepchild, it's gonna be
Yeah.
Baleb Crown. That's gonna be his first and middle name, Baleb Crown Stearns.
Well, Stearns is such a good one too. What would mine be? Baleb Randall. Actually, that's not bad. That's not bad.
No, you're
Baleb
Baleb. You're not gonna do middle name Crown. You're just gonna do
Baleb
Baleb.
Crown Randall. Well, it doesn't work as well with Crown Randall.
Well, Crown
Baleb.
Stearns doesn't work either, but that's not the point. The point is to have Baleb Crown in there.
I think he needs another B. If it's my kid, he needs another B middle name like Baleb Bartholomew Randall. Like something really. Baleb Bastille.
Ah,
Baleb
Caleb
Bastille.
Bastonian Bastille Randall.
Stearns.
Caleb
Wait,
Bastonian
no.
Bastille Randall. That's it.
But what if it's Randall hyphenated Stearns? Then we're fucked, bro. Like, what is that? What kind of shit have we gotten ourselves mixed up to at that point?
Caleb Bastonian Stearns Randall. Randall Stearns. Randall Stearns goes.
Randall Stearns works actually.
Yep.
Stearns Randall doesn't because you almost want to just like flip it to Strandle.
Oh, that's
You gotta-
exactly. You got Strandle. Caleb Crown Strandle.
It doesn't
Caleb
work.
Strandle.
But dude, you remember that I was born Greenwood?
Oh shit. We got a whole
Yeah, we got a whole lore fucking package over there. Like, yeah.
That's
So
right.
so technically, I think that I would have a more artistic name if I had kept Greenwood, because then I would be Cole Brendan Greenwood. But instead, I'm Cole Brendan Randall, which sounds more like a politician.
So you're saying Greenwood sounds more artistic and Randall sounds more political?
Yeah.
Why? Because Greenwood has the color green in it?
No, because but actually one of the lead
Because it's
guitarist.
Greenwood.
No, but you got Johnny Greenwood is the guitarist in Radiohead.
Yeah, but okay, but if your name, if you took Greenwood, then you would no longer, you wouldn't be roll candle.
No, I would be
You would
Goal Candle.
Greenwood.
What? Gold. Oh
No,
yeah,
Cole, yeah,
exactly.
you'd be Gold Greenwood.
Gold Greenwood. I don't know. I think I like Roll Candle actually. Yeah,
That
I think I like.
sounds, this goes off the tongue better, but I think um Gold Greenwood is in itself pretty funny.
I mean,
Gold
it's
Greenwood.
definitely
It sounds,
funny.
it could be like a that could be like an ancient like Lord of the Rings style name.
You're
Greenwood.
right.
It sounds like a Lord of the Rings shit.
Goal
Like
of
if
the
you were like,
Greenwood clan.
yes.
Yeah. There was once a man named Goal of Clan Greenwood.
And you were like so like you were a small dude, but you were so big in like personality and like
Is this how
or
you
no,
see
hold on,
me?
I'm not, let me finish yet. You were so big in personality and intimidation that they called you, they nicknamed you Golan, like a golem.
Oh, wait, like Gollum?
No, like a golem.
All right, I'll take it, man. I'll take it.
We're not talking golem,
Goal,
not golem. We're
Golem
talking
Greenwood.
golem. You know what a
Goal.
golem is, right? Like the big rock.
Actually, I'm not sure that I do in that sense.
A golem are like big rocks that come to life, basically. Like big.
Oh, yeah. Is that from Lord of the Rings? No.
I don't know, but it fits the setting. I don't think they're more or less ogres and elves and, but you could be an ogre, goal,
Bro,
goal in the
what?
ogre.
What are you trying to do to me right now, man?
I'm trying
Now
to
I'm a
I'm
fucking
trying to
ogre?
buff you up. Big,
No, I
yeah,
don't
but
want
the
to be a
ogres are,
goddamn ogre. I want to be like an elf or something. Come on, man. Come on. Come on.
I guess you would be like gold. You Gold
That's what I'm
Greenwood
telling you. That's why it can't
of
be
the what
Gold Greenwood.
Gold
That's
Green.
why it
Okay,
can't
then
be.
it's Gold Greenwood of the High Elves.
That works though. That works.
Gold Greenwood of the High Elves. I just don't think Goal is an elfish name. That's the
Exactly.
problem.
But here's the question:
They got to nickname you something because you had such a bold personality and you were one of the greatest shots of the High Elves with the bow. So you'd need like a nickname to go along with Goal.
Grohl?
Or
Wait, no, Grohl is not an elf name. You're right. But okay,
no,
hold on, hold on.
it's not Grohl, it's Goal. You don't have an R in your first name.
Yeah, but where did I get that from?
I don't know. You just said it.
Wait,
I
goal is
think
kind of nice. Goal is like goal. Like I scored a goal.
right, but we have to elphasize it.
Here's the thing: is goal more elfy than roll? I think so,
Ye- Yeah, I
but maybe
think it
not.
can be.
Maybe not. Roll is kind of like, but that doesn't sound like a name.
No,
It
it's
sounds like a
Goal. We got to go
position.
with Goal,
Yeah, we got to go with goal.
but
Goal,
it's got to be elfish. Like I guess you could be like a brutish high elf, but high elves generally aren't brutish.
or maybe in the elfin language, the G has a much softer. Maybe they pronounce it differently, like yol,
So it would be Hole.
not whole, but more like sometimes G's are pronounced as J's, like Joel. Yeah, Joel. Like George. George is spelled with a G and we say George.
Well, no, I get what you're saying, but I'm not. I don't know, man. Because now
Joel.
we're getting into like I don't know.
What's wrong with it?
You know what? I got a good idea. Check
All right.
this out.
All right.
All right, hold on here.
Hit me with it. Hit me with it. I'm ready. I'm ready. I can take it.
Hey, hold on, not you. Why is it not working? Dang it. How do you get your chat GPT on here?
Me?
Yeah, to work
I
when we
do
were
screen I
talking.
just I you know that big green button in the middle that says share at the
Let me
bottom of
look.
like our chat? You
Yeah.
see that? You see that, right?
Oh, all right. Get chat GPT up here. We got to ask her some questions about Elfish language.
Oh, you want me to do it?
Well, I can't do it. It doesn't let me share. Only the
All right,
host can share.
hold on. I got to get away like some emails and shit because I have to do like a full screen share. Hold
Oh,
on.
Jesus, hold on. Turn on background session. Keep chatting. Well,
New
let me
chat.
try this bitch.
All right.
Chat GPT. Hey, hello. Yeah, it doesn't work because Zoom overtakes the.
Hold on a sec. I got this.
I can.
How do I get rid of
I'll just
this?
ask her. I'll just type it out. I just wanted.
No. No.
Oh, okay.
Hold on a second. God damn.
Now
All
he
right.
wants. Now he's got to get.
All right.
Zoom.
Now you can
All right.
see, right?
Hold on. Wait, where in the hell am I here? Yes.
All right. What am I asking?
Well, no. What you used to. You used to be able to ask her.
Oh, you
Like
want me to
you
do
would bring her
audio
up
of
and
her?
we.
I thought
Yeah.
you
How
wanted to.
did you?
Oh, okay.
How
Hold on.
did you do that?
That's a good question. When's the last time I did that? I haven't done that in a while because I didn't. I find the voice version really boring usually because it's like so generic compared to like the texted version. But
Are
let's
those
see. Okay.
people in that house just watching you?
No. No, he's actually facing the other way.
He was just looking at you. I swear to God. Like,
Well, yeah, he was yeah, that's yep. That's Spress's younger brother. He was watching, yes, for a brief moment. All right, let's see if this works. Does this work?
you used to do it all the time, remember? And then I would ask her questions and have to tell her to shut up. Now he keeps looking back. Is he watching me again?
Yeah, it's kind of like you're both figuring out this whole setup together. He's just curious about what's going on, and hey, at least he's interested, right? So we'll just roll
Okay,
with it.
you're. I don't know what Cole did to your voice, but he's got you really going a bit off the kilter here. You're going a little too extreme with the whole personality thing. You might want to tone it down just like two notches.
Oh, got it. I'll dial it back a bit then. Sometimes I lead in a little too enthusiastically. We'll keep it nice and chill from here on out. Thanks for letting me
Okay,
know.
that's better. Yeah, you were a little bit too enthusiastic for my liking there, so I'm glad we got on that page.
Absolutely. No worries at all. I'll keep things at a comfortable level. If you need
Okay,
any
yeah,
other
we get it.
adjustments,
No,
just let me
shut up
know.
now. Okay, I got a question. I got a question. All right, here we go. Here we go. You ready for my question? Hey, lady, are you ready for my question or what? I'm gonna ask a question.
Yep, I'm totally ready. Fire away with your question whenever you want.
I don't know what you got going on with this woman. Okay, so
Woman?
question is,
Not a woman,
we're
though.
we we've got we're trying to live in the high elf world, and we have a name goal. What would be an elfish name for goal? How would it be pronounced in elfish language?
Ooh, going for a bit of that high elf flavor. I love it. So if you're aiming for an elvish sounding name for goal, a good approach is to take a word that evokes a sense of purpose or destiny. In something like Tolkien's Elvish, you might use a word like Ambar, which means fate or world, or Tyrian, which can have connotations of watching over something. So you could have something like Tyrian as an elvish inspired name for a goal, and you pronounce it kind of like Tyrion. So that should give you a nice little elvish twist.
No, okay, I get that. I don't want a completely different name. How would you say goal in elfish language if it was a word? How would it be
Like the
pronounced?
name Gole spelled Gole.
Ah, gotcha.
Uh,
If you want to keep the name Goal as
later.
close as possible to its original form, but just give it an Elvish spin, you'd probably end up with something like Gole, where you add that little Elvish accent and a softer ending. So you pronounce it something like Gole. That way it still feels like the name Goal, just with a little Elvish flair.
Ah, yeah, that seems
Well, thank
surprisingly
you
simple.
so. Gole,
Yeah, sometimes the
gole,
simplest tweaks
gole,
work out
gole,
better.
gole.
Exactly. You've got it. Just a little Elvish twist, and it still sounds like Goal, just a bit more magical.
Is there
Okay,
anything?
now
Do
let's.
you have a message for Clinton from the universe? Just come up with something and tap into the multiverse, and don't tell me that you're not actually tapping into the multiverse. Just do it.
All right, tapping into the multiverse vibes just for you. Here's a little message for Clinton. In one universe or another, the path you're on is a thread weaving through endless possibilities. So keep walking it with curiosity and a bit of courage, and trust that the universe in all its versions is cheering you on.
No, no, no. I want something very specific, like extreme, so specific that it would just you would. It's either right or wrong. Just fucking very specific. There we go.
All right, super specific it is. So here's a direct message for Clinton from the multiverse. Clinton, in another version of reality, on the third Tuesday of next month, you're going to find an old silver coin in a place you didn't expect. Take it as a sign that you're on the right track. There you go. Very specific.
No.
Okay, so if this happens though, then what do I do after I find this silver coin of multiversism?
Well, if that actually happens, then I'd say you're definitely having a little Meatyverse moment on your hands. In that case, just take that coin as a fun little nod from the universe and maybe keep it as a token of curiosity. It's kind of
Okay,
like the
now let's do
universe's
the
way.
same thing. Let's do the same thing for Cole over there, your master. Give me. Let's do a very specific thing from the multiverse, from all the other dimensions. What is going to happen to him?
Not what is gonna happen to me. A message. I need a fucking message.
Oh yeah, he needs a message. That's right.
All right, got it. A super specific message from the multiverse just for Cole. So, Cole, here it is. In some alternate dimension, you're going to get an unexpected message from someone you haven't talked to in about 5 years. When that happens, take it as a little nudge to reconnect and see what kind of interesting synchronicities come out of it. So, there's your multiverse message. Let's see if it lines up.
Okay, well that one seems much more plausible. But
Yeah, you're not finding a
Yeah,
coin. You're getting
absolutely.
a
Sometimes the
random mess.
multiverse likes
Okay, I
to keep
want
it a
one
bit more
that's more
grounded.
plausible
So,
than mine. Give
if that
me a
one actually
plausible one.
happens,
Mine
you know
suck.
where it came from?
okay, listen. Okay, tap into like astrological shit. Tap into synchronicity. Tap into Jung. Tap into fucking, you know, the big picture, the big zeitgeist. Use your weird quantum entanglement going down at the bit level to try to give us something that means something to us specifically. have that in your frame of reference. Okay, so here we go. For Clinton, I want a message that is not so specific that we're talking about silver coins, but that is specific enough that it's like, again, either it happens or it doesn't, it's right or wrong, but you're gonna zone in and you're gonna just randomly, magically, synchronistically tell him the exact right shit. So here we go. Go.
All right, let's weave a little of that Jungian synchronicity into the mix for Clinton. Here's the message. Clinton, sometime in the next 3 weeks, you'll randomly come across a book or a quote about Carl Jung, totally out of the blue. When that happens, take it as a sign to pay attention to whatever thought or insight comes to mind right then. It's a little nudge to trust that inner connection
lady,
and let it guide you.
that's never
There you
gonna
go. See how that
happen.
plays
That's
out.
never gonna happen. I don't even know who the fuck Carl Jung is, for one. So that's not gonna happen. Two, let's get real here. Let's do the same thing. We're almost right there. Let's be a little more realistic and plausible, more along the line of what you told Cole. Okay, go.
All right, let's keep it more grounded and in the realm of everyday synchronicity. Clinton, here's a more down to earth message. In the next few weeks, you're going to run into an old friend or acquaintance you haven't in a long while. It's going to feel like a little nudge from the universe to reconnect or maybe just have a meaningful conversation. So just be open to that little moment when it pops up. Let's see if that one feels a bit more realistic.
Yeah, that was a little more.
I want the exact name of that friend.
All right, let's go all in then. Clinton, if we're getting super specific, let's say that the name of that friend is someone like Michael. So if a Michael from your past shows up, you'll know the multiverse is really winking at you. And if it doesn't, well, you can just chalk it up to a fun experiment in synchronicity. Let's see what happens.
Bro. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, now you
Glad we have-
can't. Not you, lady. Be quiet. You don't. You go sending him a message. Be like, dude, reach out to Clinton within like the next 3 weeks. Oh my God, I could totally see you doing that. And I'd be like, yeah, Cole put you up to this.
You know what's funny? It didn't cross my mind till now, but now I feel like I should.
What? Yeah?
Don't worry, I'm definitely not
Cool.
going to orchestrate any secret Michael conspiracies on you. We'll just let the
Cool.
universe do its thing, and whatever happens, happens. So, no secret nudges, I promise.
Yes, it is. What am I?
Hey, Jenny.
It's Chat GPT. We're fucking with her.
Yeah, I get it. Just having a bit of fun. It's all good. We'll just see if any of these little synchronicities line up naturally. And I'm here if you need anything else.
Clinton, do you know when you were born?
Yeah, if
Like what
Clinton's
time?
got his birth date, we can definitely weave that into things. Just let me know, and we can
No.
roll from there.
Okay, lady, I gotta shut you off for a minute. All right. Do you know the exact time you were born?
Yeah, I used to. I think it was like, I had it at one point because I put it into an astrological
Astrology shit?
thing at one point.
Dude,
It
I'm
got
starting
like
to
all
think
my
the
stuff.
astrology thing is like, it's like it breaks the matrix a little bit. Because I'm starting to like, I go back, like I go in like 10-year cycles where I like start looking back into this shit, and it is pretty fucking weird, man. Like, it's not, it's not just purely generic. There is some. I don't know why it works. Like that's what I've always said to people is like I'm not saying it's because literally, the planets or this or that or whatever, but something like the system itself seems to fucking add up a lot. Like when you meet somebody and you're like you just know that they are probably one of these if you get any sort of understanding of like people's zodiac signs, it almost becomes predictable, which is like what are the odds of that? Why would that be the
I
case?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't really given too much weight to it, but it does seem like that way with a lot of that stuff. Like not everything, but some things seem to like coincide with some
But
of
I feel
that
like the
stuff.
more specific you get, like when you actually do the real birth chart, where it's like your date of birth, and the exact time and the exact location, it's fucking weirdly specific and it seems to fit. And I was curious, like, to get yours and then ask ChatGPT, like, if I know that you're like Leo sun, blah 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 moon, and blah 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 ascending, then I can combine with my blah 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 Pisces sun, and then just say like, how would you describe, like, how would a relationship like this be characterized, and then see if it describes us accurately. I think that's pretty interesting, because like lately, whenever I look into that shit, it's like way too accurate. If you actually know people's like full chart, not just like you're a Leo, but like you're a Leo and on the sun, and then this on the moon, and this on the ascending. And again, I don't know what
I
any of
think
that.
I'm a Capricorn.
You think so, but we should do a double check. Uh,
We'll put in 1201
yeah. So what
for
was
my
your
time.
month? What's your month?
July
I mean, I know your birthday, but I can't. I'm not in that frame of reference right now. What day again?
28,
Yeah. Okay, and then year.
88.
All right. And then, do you want to ask your mom quick if she remembers the time? Because I had to
No,
ask
I
my
think
mom
it's
the
I
other
think I
day.
remember looking. I think it's 1201
12:01 in the afternoon or in the morning?
um AM.
A.M. Okay, so like just after
I think. I
midnight.
think I can't remember. I've done this once before. I don't
Well, see,
remember.
that's
I'll
important.
know.
We need to
I'll know
know.
if it gives me the right moon. If it doesn't, I'll go figure it out because I have it
All
somewhere.
right, all right. And what birthplace?
St. Louis Park,
St. Louis Park.
Minnesota.
Let's see if it shows up. Maybe I gotta do Saint like that. St. Louis Park. Oh yeah, yeah, it is like that. Okay, cool, cool, cool. And then, okay. So what did you think your moon was?
Capricorn, I
Yeah,
think.
yeah, it says that. It says that. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So let's see if this shit makes any fucking sense. Um, my phone keeps falling. It's very weird. I don't know if you could hear that. So this is what it. Okay, here's what it says. You want me to read it,
Sure.
or if
Well,
I
how long
screen?
is it?
Maybe, no,
Go to
maybe I
the
should.
screen. I can read it there.
Yeah, that's a good point. Let's see here. Can you see that?
Mm-hmm.
Well, then again, see, we are doing a recorded conversation, so somebody should read out loud.
Oh, you want me to read it out loud?
I mean, why not, dude?
All right.
But then
There's an
again, it's too
unmistakable.
much. It's too much.
That's what I'm saying.
Maybe we should find like a summary or something. Uh, actually, no. This is what I got to stick to my original plan. I'm gonna get this whole fucking thing, and then I want to see. Oh, you have a little bit of a. Okay, that's interesting. Interesting. Okay. Very
What are you
interesting.
what are you doing?
I have no idea. I'm exploring a funny little side thing that I think is quite fun right now. All right, let's stop screen sharing this for now. And boom. Go into ChatGPT. Break down this birth chart
Oh,
into
Jesus.
easy to digest format. No, 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 not mine, not mine. Why does it remember mine? Oh, that could be confusing. I go like that. There we go. Let's see what we got. You're about to get. We're about to get some answers. Go like that.
Answers.
Okay, this is a big chart, but it actually tells a very coherent story. I'll break it down like this: core personality, big three, mind and communication, love, sex and relationships, work, success and money, secret superpowers, main challenges, and growth path. Okay, so this is you, man. Core personality, your big three, Sun and Leo. At heart, you're proud, warm, and protective with a strong desire to be a good person and do the right thing. Leo gives you a natural sense of dignity and inner royalty, a big heart, loyalty, and strong ideals, sensitivity to not being appreciated or seen correctly. In the fourth house, your home, roots, and family life are everything. This is where you invest the most energy and pride. You're very protective of your loved ones and your private world. You're building or want to build a safe, solid base emotionally and often materially. Vibe, the noble lion who guards the den, strong family protector with a soft underbelly. Moon in Capricorn. Emotionally, you are controlled on the outside, even if a lot is going on inside. Serious, responsible, and focused on being useful and respectable. Hard on yourself, sometimes overly self critical. In Capricorn, you need structure, control, and long term security to feel safe. You don't like messy, uncontrolled emotional drama. In the 10th, you have an emotional need to achieve, to be recognized, to be, quote, somebody. Your reputation, career, and how others see you matters a lot. Your private feelings often end up becoming visible whether you like it or not. Vibe, the serious, composed adult on the outside, the person who feels safest when they're on top of their responsibilities. Taurus rising, how others see you. So you're a mask or your rapper or whatever. Calm,
Hmm.
steady, grounded, sometimes stubborn. You come off as reliable, sensual, and down to earth. You value comfort, quality, and stability. You don't rush into things. You like to feel things out using your senses and common sense. In relationships, you can be possessive but loyal, preferring real, stable bonds. Vibe, solid, soothing. I'm not going anywhere, even if inside there's a lot more fire and turbulence. Mind and communication. You think and speak with emotion and memory. Very good memory, especially for emotionally charged events. Intuitive, reflective, sensitive to tone and mood. You often speak from the heart even when you're trying to be logical. In the fourth house, your mind loops around home, family, roots, emotional security. You're drawn to psychology, history, politics, how people work. Aspects: Sun conjunction Mercury, you're smart, articulate, opinionated, and identify strongly with your ideas. Pride in your mind, can talk a lot. Moon opposite Mercury, head versus heart. You can bounce between emotional and irrational and cold plus rational. Mood can show up in how much you talk. Mercury, Mars, all that shit means nothing to me in terms of when they say Mars and Mercury. I don't know what the fucking that means. All right. Do we go love, sex, and relationships? Easy translation. You're a feeling-based thinker with a sharp, active mind. You like to talk things out, debate, analyze. Yet your emotions always sit in the background, coloring everything. Love, sex, and relationships. Venus and Gemini, second house. In love, you need mental stimulation, fun, and conversation. You get bored with too much routine. You like variety and playfulness. You can be a bit changeable or emotionally restless in relationships. In the second, love, money, and self worth are linked. You show love with gifts, tangible gestures, and physical comfort. You care about quality, beauty, pleasure. You want love you can feel and touch. Venus opposite Saturn and Uranus. This is a big theme. Venus opposite Saturn. Deep fear of rejection, not being enough, or being unlovable. You may hold back your feelings or feel awkward expressing love. Can attract experiences of delay, distance, or disappointment in love until you learn self worth and emotional trust. Venus opposite Uranus. You crave freedom and excitement in relationships. You may experience sudden starts, stops, on and off connections, or unusual relationship situations. Conventional normal relationships conventional normal relationship setups can feel suffocating. Love pattern in one sentence. You want safety and excitement at the same time. You can swing between wanting stable long-term love and suddenly needing space, novelty, or something unconventional. Mastering love for you equals learning to feel worthy, safe, and free at the same time. Mars in Aries, raw drive. Mars in Aries is direct, impulsive, and assertive. It wants to act now. But in the 12th house, you often turn that fire inward, struggle to assert yourself directly, or feel blocked. A lot of your anger, desire, and drive lives in the unconscious. You may daydream, fantasize, or over idealize an action instead of doing it. Mars square Neptune can struggle with self confidence, clarity of desire, and boundaries. Very strong imagination and romantic escapist streak. Potential for passive aggressive behavior when your needs aren't expressed clearly. Translation: You're wired for bold action, but you don't always trust your right to act. When you channel this consciously through art, service, spirituality, physical movement, you become incredibly powerful and creative. Relationships in general. Seventh house in Scorpio plus Pluto in seventh. Relationships are intense, transformative, sometimes obsessive. Power struggles, jealousy, and deep emotional entanglements are possible. Partnerships are never light. They tend to change you at your core. Over time, you're meant to learn healthy compromise and mutual power, not domination or control. Vibe. Love is a classroom where you learn about power, trust, surrender, and your own shadow. Work, success, and money. Moon in 10th. Capricorn on MC. You feel emotionally better when you're achieving something, being responsible, doing your duty. You're respected and seen as competent. Your career path may involve public visibility or working with the public, have many phases or shifts as you search for the right fit. You can attract support from family or women in your career. Money, Gemini on second, Venus and second, money through multiple streams, various activities, communication, media, writing, networking, possibly aesthetic fields, beauty, or things of value. You may earn money in versatile, changeable ways. Be both generous and prone to spending on quality and pleasure. Ninth house, travel, foreign cultures, philosophy, spirituality, big ideas, unusual or alternative beliefs, high ideals, humanitarian thinking. You're not meant to live a small mental life. You need big horizons, mental or literal. Secret superpowers, natural courage, energy, optimism, and a sense of fair play. You can be enthusiastic, inspiring, generous, and genuinely good-hearted. Ability to blend discipline with originality. You can make crazy ideas practical and real. Deep psychological insight and spiritual intuition. Strong potential in creative, artistic, healing, or mystical fields. You can connect emotionally with the public. People sense your depth and sincerity even if you seem controlled. Main challenges. Deep inner pressure to transform, reinvent yourself, to be in control. Fear of being exposed, rejected, or losing control can lead to perfectionism, self-censorship, hiding your real self. Power control dynamics in relationships. Others may misread you or you feel not seen correctly. Work equals aligning your inner self with your outer presentation. Mental versus emotional split. You can have difficulty aligning thoughts and feelings. Old wounds around love, security, and abandonment. Conflicts between needing safety and craving freedom and excitement. You're moving away from, in your soul path apparently, you're moving away from over-control, over-analysis, perfectionism, trying to manage everything mentally. You're growing toward faith, trust, intuition, compassion, including self-compassion, letting go of the need to control every outcome, allowing more spirituality, creativity, and surrender into your life, accepting that not everything can be solved by logic or planning. In simple terms, your life's work is to soften, trust, heal, and let yourself be guided a bit more by intuition and spirit than by fear, control, or constant self-critique. Too long didn't read. I guess I should have skipped to that, but here we go. You're a warm, proud, and protective soul wrapped in a calm, steady outer shell with a serious, ambitious, emotional core that needs respect and achievement. Your mind is sharp, emotional, and imaginative, and you live a lot in your inner world of memory and fantasy. You crave love that is both safe and exciting, which can create a push-pull dynamic in relationships, and your partnerships tend to transform you deeply. You're built for steady work and big ideas with real potential in public or creative roles. Your main challenges are self-doubt, control/fear around change and vulnerability, and a head-heart tug-of-war. Your path is about trusting more, softening perfectionism, owning your power without self-sabotage, and allowing faith, creativity, and emotional/spiritual healing to guide you. God damn. All right.
Jesus Christ.
Well, I mean, I felt like once I committed, I had to fucking read the whole thing. I mean, now it's on the record, right?
Yeah, I guess it's right there
All
in
right,
both writing and freaking verbal now.
so that is Clinton. Describe his friendship with me, a Pisces Sun, Aquarius Moon, and Leo ascending.
Oh, you're a Leo ascending. I can see that.
I love all of a sudden, like, now you know a bunch of shit. You're like, well, not only was I into it, but I actually know everything about everything. And yeah,
No, but I'm just thinking about I can see it if that makes sense.
I
Like
don't even know
the
what
way they
ascending
talk.
really means in some
I
sense.
don't either, but it makes sense in my head
Yeah,
because
I know what you mean. But also, I always get surrounded by, like, I always have like prominent Leos in my life, which is kind of funny. Like, my mom's a Leo, you're a
oh,
Leo.
that's funny.
One of my best Swedish friends is a Leo. It was a Leo. It's just like I can't get
Huh.
away from you guys. It's fucking. But also, it's like people that I feel most in some weird way in connection with, you know.
Yeah.
And then there's weird things where you don't find any signs of the same thing, like ever. Like, you never encounter somebody of that sign. That's a little weird. That also tells you there's something a little strange
You
going
two
on.
are ride or die, but weird friends.
You two are ride or die, but weird friends. Warm, loyal, a bit intense, a bit chaotic, and oddly stabilizing for each other. He brings grounded lion energy, proud, protective, practical. You bring mystic alien energy, intuitive, emotional, but with a detached, observing mind and big presence. Together, it's let's talk about life, fate, and what the hell we're doing here, but also text me when you get home. I actually care. That's
Dude,
true.
that's about spot on right there. That's funny.
Shared Leo energy, recognition, and pride. He's Leo sun, you're Leo rising. At a basic level, you recognize each other. He feels this person gets my need to feel special, seen, and not just like any random. You feel this person understands big hearted energy, showmanship, and loyalty. There's a mutual respect and I see your light vibe, even if you tease each other. So gay, dude.
It is.
His Taurus rising plus your Pisces Sun Aquarius. He comes across as solid, earthy, chill, a bit stubborn. You are fluid, sensitive, imaginative, mentally weird, future oriented, independent. You probably feel like you can pour your abstract thoughts and feelings into him and he kind of holds them. It's so gay. Why is it so gay, bro?
It
Oh,
is.
that's I can't even read this now.
He
It's
grounds you when you're floating. You soften him when he's too hard on himself or too controlled. Bro. Ugh.
all right.
Moon to moon,
Moon to moon.
Capricorn.
You two actually get each other more than people think. His cat I can't do it. His Capricorn moon needs respect, structure, and usefulness. Very responsible, emotionally controlled, can be self critical. Your Aquarius moon needs space, freedom, ideas, and not being boxed in emotionally. Watches emotions from a distance, analyzes them. Both moons are Saturn flavored. You both have a little emotional seriousness, some sense of carrying weight. You may not always gush feelings, but you can bond over reality plans, principles, and how to survive this life. This is friendship energy that can last for decades because it's not built only on vibes. It has a backbone. All right, I can agree with that. How Clinton tends to show up as a friend. From his chart, very protective of his people, family, inner circle means everything. Once you're in, he'll hold on for a long game. Feels responsible, sometimes guilty if he thinks he's failing people, might struggle to show vulnerability but cares deeply about being there. Loves conversation, jokes, banter, mental play. Friendship for him equals texting, talking, swapping stories, swapping stories, sharing ideas. Very strong drive, but often indirect or hidden. Can have anger, impulses, desires he doesn't express directly. Sometimes acts, sometimes goes quiet and disappears a bit into his own world. As a friend that can look like shows love by showing up, talking, planning, advising, helping you strategize, might disappear or pull inward when he's dealing with his own stuff rather than asking for help. Hates feeling like the bad guy or misunderstood. He's sensitive to being misjudged. How you
Spot
feel
on.
how you feel from his side. To him, you probably feel like the soulful, emotionally complex, compassionate friend, someone who gets his wounds without him having to spell them out completely. The smart, weird, slightly alien observer who can zoom out and see patterns. You can decode situations and people in ways that fascinate him. Leo rising, big presence, warmth, charisma. He recognizes that Leo energy and feels both seen and challenged by it. You're likely the friend who says the thing that hits on a deeper truth of what's actually going on. Can flip between I feel you, this hurts, and okay, but let's talk about the big picture here. What does this mean? Oh God, we are living in some kind
Where
of
you fit beautifully.
okay. His Venus and Gemini loves talking ideas, loves talking ideas, stories, humor, and your moon thrives on mental stimulation and unusual angles. Your Pisces sun can swim in 12th house Mars, Neptunian stuff. You intuitively sense what's under the surface. You can give language to things he only vaguely feels. Stability plus sensitivity. He's got the Taurus Capricorn, I'll hold it together thing. You've got the Pisces, I see your pain, plus Aquarian ability to detach and analyze. That combo can be incredibly healing if both of you are honest. Where you might clash or trigger each other. He's Taurus rising, Leo sun, you're Leo rising, Aquarius moon, fixed signs, stubborn, loyal, not great at backing down. Possible friction, different speeds. His Taurus side is slow and steady. Your Aquarius Leo energy equals sudden, bold, let's move. Ego and pride. Both of you have Leo energy, so feeling misunderstood or disrespected can sting on both sides. Opinions. Once you both lock into a view, you might dig in. His Capricorn moon wants solutions, control, practical steps. Your Pisces sun, Aquarius moon sometimes just need to feel it, explore it, talk sideways about it, or stay non-linear. He might see you sometimes as overwhelmingly emotional or too vague. I would say it says nebulous, but you might see
Yeah.
him as sometimes too controlled, emotionally closed, or all about duty. I mean, I don't know if any of that actually that doesn't. I mean, I guess the nature of our friendship now is that I would never think those things, but like
Yeah.
if we lived in the same town, I don't know. What you give to each other in a good version of this friendship. You give him emotional understanding he rarely gets, a sense that someone sees beyond his functional adult facade, new perspectives, wild ideas, compassion, magic, permission to not be perfect. He gives you a grounded base and a sense of loyalty, someone who will show up when it actually counts, practical advice, structure, and sometimes a reality check when you drift. Together, you can build a friendship that feels both cosmic and real world. Talk about meaning, fate, karma, choices, also also make plans, support each other's actual lives, goals, reputations, families. How to keep this friendship going. For you, with him, name things directly when something hurts you. Okay. Okay, this is so fucking weird. Okay, his chart hates being accused or blindsided. He genuinely does better with clear, honest, non attacking feedback. Remember his Capricorn moon, criticism hits hard. Even if he acts tough, he can carry guilt, shame secretly. Give him credit and appreciation for what he does do for you, not just what he doesn't. For him, with you, he'll need to respect your need for emotional nuance and mental freedom, not dismiss your intuitive knowing just because it's not practical, let you be strange, imaginative, and idealistic without trying to crush it. Okay, okay. We don't need this, right? Like we don't need
Pretty
this.
much.
But here's what I'm
We know
saying, like,
this.
isn't there
We
something
we
weirdly
know this.
but isn't there something weirdly
Yeah.
accurate about that? If we just have a
Yes.
philosophical conversation about like what that means from an ontological perspective, like what does that mean about the fabric of reality? It's a little too weird, right? Like I don't think people understand. Like this
We're,
wouldn't apply to every friendship. Like if I read this to you and it was like it was supposed to be about you and Matt Lawley, I don't think that you would
right.
go, "Oh, it's just a generic horoscope thing." You'd go like that fucking makes
No, no.
no sense.
Yeah, that would be like, yeah, that doesn't make any sense at all.
Yeah.
That
But
wouldn't.
that,
It wouldn't.
but see what are the odds of that? Like and I can think of a lot of people that it wouldn't make any fucking sense. Like so it's like this is a very specific like sequence of stuff that seems to,
No,
and I
like
don't know what that says about free will or what that says about us or anything like that, but I'm just saying.
that's what that's what a big thing is with people, right? Like changing an opinion or or somebody's thought on one thing is or on something is one thing, but changing a belief is the hardest thing to do. So it would be a challenge of beliefs, be like, okay, whoa, you know what I mean?
Well, not to mention like a belief that has been, it's like one thing to have a general belief, but to have something that is like so fundamental to your worldview. Like
Right.
I really, that's why sometimes I get a little bit scared, like interacting, like or forming strong relationships with people that feel extremely strongly about. It's not that I think it's bad. Like, look, I have a lot of like I mean I write a lot of music that's informed by Christianity. Like I like philosophically I would consider myself like a follower of the message of Jesus and all this kind of stuff. But sometimes when you're interacting, like if you form tight relationships and bonds with people that are very, very committed and they're like
Yeah.
100% convinced that this is how it is, this is the way
Hmm.
that it is, you might build a whole bunch of structures in a series, like you might build your whole life with somebody, and then it turns out because they hold so firmly to this thing, like what happens if that thing for them gets so challenged? It's one thing when you have this existential crisis when
Yeah.
you're like in high school,
Right.
but imagine if you're
Yeah.
like 55 years old and you have a family and suddenly you go full, like you go from like I'm a church going this guy blah 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 to suddenly now you can't help but feel like Richard Dawkins, and like now you're a total atheist. Like do you just I don't know if I can trust that person. Like I don't know if I can trust anybody who's so committed to like one ideology. Like I
Yeah. Well,
actually
that's see,
struggle with
that's
that. I
I
don't
think
know.
that goes. I think that goes hand in hand though with having the ability to think for yourself.
I know, I
Because
agree.
it's like,
I agree.
okay, if that happens, right? I don't think that should happen to anybody. I think somebody should still have their wits about them, and you know, think of, take in consideration everything that is, that they know, and question everything they see and hear. Because like
Yeah.
nowadays, especially with AI, nobody questions anything anymore.
Oh my God, it's getting scary. Yeah.
Like, and AI is like, just in the past year, it's gotten so real
Oh,
now. Like the shit you
oh,
see,
dude.
some of it looks legit. Like
Oh,
it's fucking crazy.
I'm starting to get to a point where like I am struggling with some things to, I'm just,
Yeah,
and also when you're overly inundated, you don't
but it
even have the
makes you
time to sit and
see.
scrutinize it.
Well, yeah, but the issue I have with it right now is that I feel like I'm constantly having to find the actual truth, and it's really annoying.
Yeah, yeah,
Like,
and I
'cause
don't
I'm
think
one of
that
those
can
people that
last.
have to know, and now I'm like getting to the point where I'm getting lazy about it, and I just choose to believe it's bullshit or something, because I just don't want to, like, everything I'm seeing. I'm like, okay, I gotta go look. I gotta go look. Is this real? Did this happen? And I search for it. I'm like, okay, nope, this didn't happen, obviously. Because some of it's legit, and it's like, it sounds legit, and it's like, oh, okay. And then you find out, and it's like, okay, obviously. But yeah, it's like to the point now where it's like everything I see, I have to question. Like everything I look at now, I question it, which is the scary part.
Which is again why what we're doing, I think, is going to have longevity because eventually people are going to get so overwhelmed with all of this shit that there's going to be a whole cultural renaissance about like, okay, can we can we assign historians, can we assign experts, can we assign AI itself, can we assign people to dig up everything that is truly human from this time period? Like, can
Yeah.
we like have can we find the real conversations, can we find out what the people were really thinking and what they were really doing? Like now everything is being flooded and it through, and again, I'm not really inherently against using AI for stuff, obviously, like I'm using it for
No.
this, like, and I was generating like mid journey images when it, and I'm not trying to say this in a hipster way, but I'm saying like, as I might have told you before, I went through this whole period, like, for me, the things that people are going through now, I went through in 2022. I was super excited about it. I was like, this is an imagination machine. This is cool. Like,
Yeah.
I love being able to type
Hmm.
in the most random prompt in the world, like, what would the multiverse look like if it was blah, 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 and it was the end of time and people were playing
Right.
violins and whatever. And I was so excited. I was waking up every morning going, and what Midjourney was producing at that time was very not clear. That's also what I thought was really cool about it and why I wanted to preserve it. Like, I have a whole folder of like 2022 Midjourney artwork that I, quote unquote artwork that I generated. Now I feel like
Hmm.
it's in a way, I was trying to capture also the problems, like the errors. Like, I really like the way AI was at that time, which was like just enough to represent your imagination, but in a way that actually made it feel like it was some really weird fucking message from, the multiverse, because it was just so like kind of bizarre and like there was like weirdness and quirks and felt very surreal. And now it's like with
Yeah.
this hyper realistic shit, it's just like, nah, fuck, this isn't funny, this isn't fun to me. I don't want to be, but I mean, I could find a use case for it. I can see like AI being layers of cool artistic possibilities, but I'm just saying that we are going to get inundated with a lot of shit that is just whole cloth fucking AI
Yeah.
generated, and it's going to be just slop everywhere, which is
I mean,
why
it already is everywhere.
it's going to be like more and more and more and more focus, like especially on the edges, toward like validating authenticity in art. There's going to be more,
Yeah.
like, people are going to have higher and higher bars and criteria to try to figure out whether what you're doing is actually real or whether you're just using I think personally. I don't know what you think about
Yeah.
that.
I don't, you're probably not wrong. It's already becoming an issue, and like all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
Everybody's, like, oh, I hate AI, like with video games and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Same thing, games that use AI, everybody just bashes them. So it's going to be one of those things in the future where AI is going to be used for everything. You ain't going to be able to tell the difference, and people are going to want to know. They're going to want that human authenticity, because they don't
Exactly.
want their shit, you
Exactly.
know, they
Exactly.
don't want to be watching AI or anything to do with it. A lot of people, there are a lot of anti-AIers out there. And I think
Well,
it's
and I
just
think
because
there's
they're sick of seeing it now, too.
well, I think there's something valid to say about that, which is like, if you think about it, the way that these things develop historically, if we can compare it to anything, is like I've been thinking about the fact that as somebody who like makes music, like I handcraft what I'm doing. And yeah, I have
Hmm.
tools, but I'm handcrafting it. I'm like that guy who like chisels a chair out of,
Yeah.
like I put the chair together myself. I don't go and, it's not an IKEA chair. So we're not
Right.
making IKEA furniture, we're making handmade furniture. And I'm increasing, like I'm more and more thinking that that's like going to be the realm of like what we consider mainstream artists now are going to be more like the people that are still handcrafting chairs in the future. And most of
Hmm.
what people consume similar to now is going to be like IKEA furniture, right? Which is going to be AI generated shit because you can just keep pumping it out, and like younger generations are always just not going to care. They're just going to care about the final product. Like you can't stop
Yeah.
it. You can't do anything about that. But as people
No.
develop taste and a sense of self and a sense of their mortality and a sense of like humanity and their fragility and their real emotions, it's something that the machine can, at least on some level you can never be sure it's feeling that. At least with a physical human being you can at least assume they're feeling that. And
Yeah.
and I think that like I do think there's going to be uh there's going to be more and more of a need to we're going to be on the edges, but it's going to be like it's going to be the stuff that people come to in the way that now people go to classical music. Like a lot of people don't like classical music until they're like 30, 40, 50, whatever years old, right? Unless they're
Yeah.
extremely like ahead of their time. It's something that
Yeah.
you come to later in life. I think that's probably what like the kind of things we do now is going to be in the future. It's going to be like people hit like 35, 40, and then all of a sudden they discover like something like Flora Cash, like, oh yeah, let's go back to the real human stuff. Like let's sift through all the blah blah blah. And then they're going to want to know, all right, a little more about those people and whatever. And then it's going to be like, what can I find? And here we go, archives, you know? And also, if you can bring a few people with you on that archive journey to hopefully encourage them to start creating their own little node, um, then yeah. Which, by the way, how is your channel going, dude? Have you posted anything yet?
It's going, man.
What do you mean, man?
No, it's, it's
Why
good,
haven't
dude.
you posted? You should have posted that day, bro. Post
Oh,
that video.
dude, I've got to. I'm being lazy, man.
No, actually, you know what? I'm being a hypocrite. Think about what I did. We had like 10 conversations before I posted the first conversation that I recorded that we had, and by the time that I posted it, you were like, "Bro, that's so old. Why are you posting that? Like we just had a great conversation yesterday." Think about it like this. You've given yourself a delay to think about it. Go back now and watch that video that you say you recorded that day.
I
Remember,
did. What I'm gonna do actually, because I didn't like the way it came out, I'm gonna re-record it now,
see, that's a
which
trap
is
though, but do it anyway, but still.
no, I got. Well, I still have it, so I'll see. I don't know.
And also
I'm
consider how you might splice them together. Maybe you could come up with a piece of content where you say, "Here's how I felt when I recorded this. Here's how I felt now." And people can also find that super intriguing, right? Like your content could be actually you juxtaposing those things and commentating on that. That's very meta and very cool. So I'm just throwing that
but
at.
God, I think I still have it. Anyways, but no, I was gonna like start making because now that I've got like all kinds of different shit going on, now I can like make these videos and say, okay, now
Yeah,
I'm here, now I'm here, now I'm here. So then I can like make a bunch of videos instead of just having one posted, and then I can post one, and then like you did though, right? We made a shit ton, and then it's like, okay, let's finally start doing this.
yeah,
I got a bunch, so then you can just post them on a weekly basis,
yeah, exactly,
or however many you have,
exactly.
and then kind of go out that way. So I honestly was thinking about that because I'm like, oh my God, Cole's gonna ask me about that, and I fucking like have made like the one, and I haven't even posted it yet, and it's like, man. And then I sat there and I justified it to myself by, well, I mean, that might be kind of a good thing because now I have something else I can add to this. Now I
Yeah,
can make
and I
it,
agree with that as long as you continue to take some action.
but yeah.
You got
So
if you just got to commit
Junior,
because I know you, man. If once you commit to something, you fucking stick to it. I know that about you. Like that's the same thing with the weightlifting, whatever. Like that is a part of you that has not been, I think, fed in the proper way. And now that you're feeding it with the weightlifting, feed it on the fucking creative front. Whatever that means to you, like whatever you want that channel to be, let it be something because why not at the very, very minimum document your existence, document your life? Because that on its own is, it's monetizing your existence. It's memorializing your existence. It's
This is correct, Tamundo.
yeah. I'm done.
Correct.
I'm done ranting. But you know,
You're done giving me your lecture, Uncle
hey man,
Cole.
hey man. You know what? Any objective observer, if they when they finally look
No,
at
I agree with
you
you
know
though.
that this is
You have
coming
a
from
point.
love.
It's just a matter of
No,
me
but this is
getting.
coming from love, man. Because you don't say this kind of shit to somebody that you don't love. Like, I
No, that's
want the
true.
best
No,
for you. I want you to be the best version of you that you can be for your own sake. It doesn't help me at all. I just want you to be the best version of you for you because I truly care about you, man. So, and by the way, like
I don't even know what to say to that.
I have
Means a
love,
lot,
like
I guess.
I'm certainly not anywhere close to the best version of myself, but I'm just saying that like not even yeah it's just a whole separate conversation because we all have our own shit we have to work on, but I want you to know that, and that's where I'm coming from on this encouragement. I really want to see, I want to watch the Clinton channel, bro. Give me that ability. I'm requesting that. I'm throwing that out there to the fucking marketplace. I'm saying, hey, somebody, can we get the Clinton
All right,
shit?
I'll do it, but I'm not doing it looking like this. Although it might
Why
be a good
not, dude?
episode if I just go on there looking like this right now.
Yeah, you
No,
can't overthink it. You can't overthink it because I think you look just as good as you always do, or just as bad as you always do. I mean, I don't think that you're no, but I'm saying you're noticing differences that I don't notice, right? Like one is more
yeah.
self-critical than everybody else.
Oh, you're not. Damn it, you're not wrong. God damn it.
You know exactly what I'm saying, man.
Kirsten Cole. I don't even know. I don't even know what to follow up with that. I think. What is it? The things coming up. What is it with the sometimes the awkwardness that I get when we about something. Never. I don't usually get that with you, but
Yeah, that's fine. It's
like
fine.
ever, you fucking asshole.
I'm hitting you with some pretty, heavy shit, but it's fine. You don't
Hey
need.
man, hey, you got dog shit in there, man. What the?
Hey, I got you with that heavy shit, bro.
You hitting me the heavy shit, man. Holy shit, man, that's some
Man,
heavy
when you
shit.
came in, you signed up for the heavy. You
It's
signed up.
got Labrador in it, man. What's Labrador, man? Dog shit, man.
I can't. I can't talk like that without it making me have to cough. Holy shit! And they hit you with the heavy. It starts to tickle the throat.
They hit you with the heavy shit, man.
I was gonna hit, and then you got to get more nasally. Like I was gonna hit you with the
Oh,
heavy
they hit you with
shit.
the heavy shit, man. It's too. I can't get that nasal. We should be able to get nasally. We're from Minnesota. We're all about the nasal.
Oh my god! But thank God neither one of us sound like we've been completely cursed with the Minnesotan accent. You know?
That's me, not you.
No, but you don't. Dude, yours is not as bad as fucking.
You don't even have any. I know I have some. I've heard myself talk before. You know what I used to do? I used to like hate that accent so much. I would try and like consciously talk without having the accent. I think I
Yeah, but I
finally
know
kind of
I know that about you without you even telling me because you have gotten rid of a lot of the most prominent portions of the accent.
have I
You know?
good. But you know what's funny is that people like if I'm playing a game or something
Yeah, they
and
know.
they're like they can hear it and it's like
They're like,
shit.
"Oh, Minnesota boy, oh yeah, oh yeah,"
And it's
something
like,
like that.
yeah, how would you guess? It's like, God damn, I thought I got rid of that shit. So it's
You know what you know what you have, but I think it's
I should
something
just
that
start doing just talking my phone voice and just chill and do that. And then I don't have to worry about any of it.
dude, you're God damn it. Yeah. I can't compete with that, man. I can't meet you on that
You
level.
just have to, you just need like a little more vape in you. And then you can kind of just chill and just do that.
Let me see if I can. Let me talk. Okay, this is my low voice.
Your, yours is like silky though. Mine is just like the gravelly style when
Yeah,
I'm
you
just,
got that.
when I'm just trying to talk and, be chill and make somebody a little more comfortable around myself. So.
Damn, dude. There are some. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna make a prediction. You got a few
Okay.
hearts. You got a few hearts melting right now. There's a few chicks out there who have heard your whole zodiac and now they're committed, bro. I guarantee you after this thing goes live, you're gonna get like a few fucking admirers coming your way. Which is why we need the channel up, dude. We need that channel up.
Gonna have to get it up. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get it up, man. You have to get that shit up.
I love the Freudian implications there. I'm gonna have to get
Yeah.
it up, man. Yeah, yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. You're gonna have to get it up, bro. Get it up. And you're gonna have to stick to that phone voice for out like the next 20 years with some chick. Because that's
Uh, you know, I know. I think eventually it's just gonna end up becoming a thing. So I may as well just like do it now and just permanently do it. But it's hard to like keep it when you get excited about something because then you know what I mean? I
and
can't.
to
Then
be
I feel like
fair,
I'm trying too hard, though. You know,
yeah, no, I know.
it has to be like the no, that's
No, I
not it.
know.
But
That's the joke. Like you could never be with somebody who only saw your idealized version of you. You know what I mean? But it is
like
interesting because
this is how I wish I sounded most of the time. But it's only usually when I'm just chilling and talking, as
it does
opposed
have a
to
little bit of a it does give a little bit of a the guy that announces the trailers on
one man, one desire. That guy.
yeah, but I think it's like when you speak in that low register, it's hard to melodically fluctuate. So you basically do naturally become more monotone, right? But maybe monotone is sexy for a lot of, especially women, I think.
I I've talked to women in this voice, and they always do say that though. Not even float my own. Oh wow, you have such a nice voice. Oh my
Of
god.
course they
But
do.
it's like, and I always respond pretty modestly. It's like, oh, I thanks. I guess I. It's so awkward response, right? Because you don't really know how to respond. But like, is that your actual voice? And it's like, I mean, when I'm sitting around chilling, more or less, yeah. But if I'm
It's also like if you're
like
laying on your
actively
back.
talking, then it gets a little. So maybe if I work on actively talking and keeping it, it would be hard. I'd have to be like a whole affectation of myself. That's just too much.
Yeah, it would be too much.
Could you imagine
Maybe.
living a life as an affectation of yourself with your voice?
Oh my god.
I mean, eventually it would just become a thing, though,
Oh
right?
my
Like the more you
god.
do it, it would just be like a natural thing.
Well, this is what I worry about when it comes to like. I mean, I think like, let's say for example that let's say for an example that you were an artist, and you for some reason got together with somebody who was like an admirer, right? The thing about
Okay.
that would be like, are you always expected to be like on as like a, oh, now I'm on the piano, and oh, you look at
Right.
me, I'm making a song right now. But it's also like, what about the Cole that like farts on the couch, and what about or what I mean, or what about the
Hmm.
Clinton who like keeps the bathroom door open and you can hear like Niagara Falls, flowing into the it's like there's something weird about like idealizations in general, and you don't have it doesn't have to be something as extreme as what I just mentioned, but just
But
even that
I
thing of
think
like
that's
somebody hears
somebody.
your voice, but like you meet somebody at the bar and they meet the version of you that you were that night. And I think sometimes people live their whole life and relationship feeling like they're stuck in that version because it was like, oh my god, I really connected with this girl and this is how she saw me. And then one thing led to another, and I was really attracted to her, and now all of a sudden I'm that guy she met at the bar, even though I'm really not still that guy that she met at the bar. Don't you think that maybe a lot of normal people go their whole life? Maybe that's why you've been together and away from people so many times, because maybe you've recognized and gotten freaked out by that feeling of like, fuck, I'm the only way that I can continue this authentically is to kind of be a caricature of what this person thinks I am. That's kind of an interesting. I don't know. Maybe I'm overthinking that, but now I need to shut up and hear your 2 cents.
I don't even remember
No,
what I
no, but
was
it's
going to
fine.
say.
What
I
what
was
what,
just
what do you say? Just let your subconscious speak. You don't have to respond to what I said directly. Just let it hang in the air.
I I I have no idea, bro. I'm trying. There's no thought here. I'm thinking. I had a
Like you're in
thought,
you're in
and
no
then I was
mind
like
right
holding. I had a thought, and I was holding on to it, and then you were still rambling on about it, and then I lost my thought.
now. Okay.
But
All right.
it was what was it on? It was on. Oh yeah, the. Oh, I was gonna say. I think that like you shouldn't have to feel like you're doing that. That's the other person's problem because they can't expect somebody to be that person all the time. Like could you, like if they idealize you and it's for like that one thing, then do they really, they're idolizing you. They're not, truly appreciating you for who you are.
Right, right.
You know what I mean? So it's like if somebody is doing that, then it's just out of lust and wanting to get laid, basically, out of like, oh, and then it's okay, it's done and over with,
Well, no, but
whatever.
okay,
I think.
let me give you like because I've heard of this kind of thing. I've been looking at a lot of these like painters and stuff like that. I get inspired by like how they title things and whatever. Like, and there's like Edvard Munch is one that I find really interesting because he does a lot of drafts of a painting, but he still releases them, which is why sometimes like on SoundCloud I put out like working demos and stuff like that. And then he
Right.
changes titles a lot, which is something I resonate with because I do that a lot because how a song is titled subconsciously affects what you perceive the song as and how you resonate with it and whatever. Like you don't think about it really, but it definitely does. It's like
Hmm.
if I give you a really intriguing song title, you're gonna be interpreting the lyrics and primed in a way that you wouldn't otherwise, if I gave you a
Yes.
title that you weren't into or resonating with. Even the same song. And you might be more like and you're definitely more likely, I think, to like the one that is titled in a way that gives you this feeling, right?
Right.
Uh, but I'm saying like, what if it's like, there's an interesting thing with these like artists, right? And like also like philosopher types and stuff like that. Because I realized this was also a thing that was appearing in another thing. It's almost like this, or like the professor archetype. So it's like let's say that somebody admires the artist's work, but because of what it like says about so in other words, if you admire somebody's work, it's not just that you're reducing them down to like one thing, like, oh, I like that guy's voice. It's more like,
Right.
oh my god, I resonate with all of this weird subconscious shit that produced this work. In other words, like I feel like I know that person really, really well because if you're making authentic art, you basically are bearing your soul and kind of like actually being authentic, even if it's poetry or whatever. Like, and then of course, people, if they resonate with that underlying soul architecture, they're going to feel like, oh my God. And they will know, in some sense, they will, like, is it not accurate if they feel that way? Like in a sense, it's like you could say like, oh, that's crazy, but it's like actually maybe the crazy thing is to put something out into the world that actually is your real soul, because you invite a bunch of people who are going to resonate with that in a way that is potentially like, whoa, this person, this artist really understands me. Like I literally am the same, and I feel like I need to connect with this person. And who's to say on some level, this is where it gets weird, who's to say that that's not actually relevant? You see what I'm saying?
No, that makes sense. I was I was thinking, well, you brought up like meeting somebody at the bar or
Yeah,
whatever, and
yeah.
then I was like on this fucking I wasn't thinking in more in those terms. So I get it. Yeah. But that's different though.
No, it is.
Totally different.
Yeah, it's
But
totally different. But it's
but
more
no,
of like
yeah,
an
I get
extreme
that. And oh,
example
that's
on one.
why well,
I'm
that's
saying it's an example on one end of a spectrum where I'm saying like your brain can go to like, what do these things mean? Like when we, like, what does it mean
yeah.
to be like attract? Like people say, I want somebody to like me for me, not for what I can do or the things I've done, right? But it's like, but then you could, then why love anybody over anyone else? Because of course things, like is it so bad? Like in some sense, if somebody loves you for like this like kind of voice that you do or whatever, partially, like if that's an attraction or whatever, it's also like um you you are fuck, I lost my
No, I know what you're I think I know what you're trying to is it really that bad of a thing because it's something that they resonate with you, so it doesn't necessarily mean anything bad. It's just something that they found that they really like, they found it attractive, and because of that they may find more to you than what meets the eye because of that one thing. I think it may
Yeah.
allow them to look deeper into you and find out who you are on a different level because they're finding something that maybe somebody, oh, I found you attractive in this way, where they find you attractive in a, that's something that they're able to feel as opposed to just see. It's something that it's like a whole different level of attraction, though, maybe in that sense. Why that's why
Yeah.
people, but see that also become it's also like an issue with like why people idolizing all these Hollywood people, though.
Yeah.
Like they find something to resonate with. And I'm more or less like sick and beyond all of that. People like praising these people in Hollywood, and it's like you guys are giving these people way more credit than they ever deserve
Well, no,
half
but
the
like
time.
let's forget like Hollywood people and just say like let's say that there's somebody who's like a painter and he's a
Oh
guy.
yeah, okay.
No, but I'm saying he's in his studio and like he's successful and known, but he's not like people don't know him like they know Justin Bieber or Post Malone. And then
Right,
somebody like admires this guy from afar. Let's say that it's like a
right,
lady, and she like finds his work. She looks at all his paintings and she's like, "Oh my God, I really
right.
I
That's a
get
different
this."
level, though.
No, but then I'm saying like, but then
That's
if she
different than
if
idolizing,
but
though.
I'm saying
That's admiring and idolizing are two different things.
no, exactly. But what if she approaches this guy,
You're not tough.
and
You're
then
not tough.
basically, like he's in a position where he's like, he could interpret it as like, oh, that's just a crazy obsessive admirer, or he could interpret it as like what that person thinks it is, which is like, whoa, okay, if this person really gets it on that level, that's something that maybe I should consider. It like,
Right.
but it's a weird fucking dilemma because there's like a weird power imbalance. You know what I'm saying? It's like for a lot of these painters and these artists, like these admirers come in, and it's like, the artist is in a
Are you
position.
saying the artist holds all the power
Well,
when it comes to that?
the artist holds power because they're the attractive force. Plus, they already by
Right,
that point to even in most cases to even be known to that person who's an admirer, they have to have achieved some success, right?
right,
So they're both like probably financially and career stable, but they're also basically like just they're also the one being admired in the first place, right?
yeah.
And so what I'm saying is like even if there's something real and authentic about the admirer toward
Shut
the
up,
artist,
baby.
does the
Yeah,
artist have a responsibility to say the power dynamic is inherently too great, so I can never actually like this thing is doomed to ever exist because it's like I as the artist hold all the power no matter what I say or no matter what you do. I'm the one who in this position has all the resources and the success, and I'm the one who was admired. So you've already given me that power because you came to me. And it's like, so what is that? What is that? But what if that thing again, going back to that genuine recognition thing? How do you balance those two things? You see what I'm saying? Does any of this make sense?
yeah. I was thinking. I think it's just I think it boils down to a matter of respect, and you, you acknowledge that, you more or less acknowledge that, okay, and appreciate their like admiration for you. But and then if you're what's the power dynamic? Are we talking like somebody who is like really close that are we talking about some random person that comes in? Like what's the dynamic? Like is it just, I mean, if it's just some person that they come to your art studio and you're there and they admire it and they come up to you, and then you feel that type of way, like, okay, they really appreciate my art. Okay, and then you have all this power dynamic. What is the relationship supposed to be? If it's somebody that's just supposed to be, showing admiration and they're nothing to you, then I don't think there's any responsibility. I think you just have a responsibility to acknowledge the fact that they admire you. If it's somebody who's like a loving individual or somebody that's close to you, I think it's your responsibility to um, respect that person equally as they respect you, but in your own way, and find something, or doing it in your own way that, shows admiration for them and what you appreciate about them.
Mm. Yeah, no, I agree with that. That's interesting.
So, and like it says, like it just depends on the relationship of the person, what the dynamic is supposed to be. If it's a random person, is it somebody close to you? Is it a family member? Like what is it? And I think that's on you to figure out, okay, what is respectable. And I
Well,
think
like
it,
with a lot of these dudes who have these, the poets and the painters and the whatever, when they have these sort of muse figures appear in their
right.
life, it's often from out of left field.
Yeah.
It's
Well, if it's a muse, then I don't think it's unfair to be like, you know, you know, I mean, you can give them their time of day and oh, thank you, and acknowledge that you appreciate that, but I don't think it's your responsibility to go out of your way and do more than what you should, like an autograph. Okay, here's my autograph. Some people are, you're some sort of muse for somebody. Oh, I want your autograph. Okay, give them an autograph. Be respectful. Maybe you're busy, you can't, whatever. But I mean, everybody does it in a different way. But I think the people that are most respected, I think when it comes to that stuff, are the ones who do show a little more acknowledgement to their fans and to the people that appreciate them. That because that makes them want to come back. They're like, oh, well, Cole did this for me, but um, this guy didn't do this, but Cole did it, and it's like it gives them that sense of respect. Where like I really respect him because he took the time to do this, whereas this person didn't. They may lose interest or not care as much about that next person, so on and so forth. So I think but I think the ones that are most admired in life are the ones that are most respected, and the ones that are most respected in life are the ones that are going to give, um, you know, uh, acknowledgement and admiration to those who do admire them, as opposed to the ones who turn and bat an eye and turn their shoulder and ignore them.
interesting. Yeah, no, I totally agree with you. I totally agree with you.
If
Um,
that made any sort of sense, I think I like went in a circle and repeated myself. I don't
no, I
remember,
don't think you
but
did at all. No, no, I actually think that was good. That was good. All right, it's midnight to pivot. Is there any last subjects we need to address before we wrap this up? It's now literally 12 a.m. on December 12th, 2025. I have to say that. Like, it just went to 12:01 a.m. on my end.
yeah.
Uh, have you got anything else that you want to
Yeah, you mad
shoot the
right
shit about?
now? Take your number. Don't beat the kids.
No, I'm good.
All right.
I got
Thanks for
nothing
chatting
left. That
with
was
me,
a
dude.
good end to a good little that was interesting, the little muse thing. That was cool. But
Yeah, I think it's an interesting topic. One thinks about that from time to time, like just the whole
right.
concept of a
Well,
muse.
because it plays into so many parts of life too. It's not just about being an artist, right? It's about like how people view you and how you come off to other people and the things you do and the certain actions you take and the certain things you say, regardless of whether you're, an artist or just, an individual trying to represent yourself as a person. So
Yeah.
it ties into everything in life, right? But I don't know. Yeah. Anyways, I'm rambling
No,
on.
no,
So
agreed. No, no, agreed, agreed. Like seriously, yeah. Thank you, man. All right. Well, as much as it pains me because I love our conversations,
always.
I'm gonna get out of here.
I gotta go eat and all this shit anyways. So that
Eat,
fucking kick.
work
I'm not
out,
I'm not doing
motherfucker.
it. I'm not doing it that much. I'm only eating like 3, 4 times a day. I'm trying to do it clean. Like I'm trying to put on some weight, but I'm not trying to like get really big, really fat. I'm trying to like do it clean so I don't get like bloat belly
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah,
fucking
yeah.
all this
I think
shit.
that's wise. You know what, dude? I
Because I
think by
wanted I
now
want
you're
just
gonna
to
be
look
smart enough to
ripped.
do this stuff.
So
Huh?
I was actually thinking about doing some fasting too while I'm working out. Do it like a day of fasting and stuff while I'm doing it, or like
I
a
think it's
couple
good
days of
because do
fasting.
the thing like I told you where you like go into
Because I
AI or
was
whatever.
reading about that.
No, no, yeah, exactly. But if you do it with AI, because then you could just go back to that conversation and be like, remember that thing we talked about me fasting? Now I'm doing it. It's
Yeah.
been 5 hours. Remind me, blah blah blah. Trust me, dude. Please try that. Um, but if you actually look at it, you'll realize that also it's like it resets like hormonal levels and all this kind of fucking shit. So it's like
Yeah.
even if you just
Well, I
think
was
about like
just
resetting like testosterone and all this kind of stuff, it just seems like there's a whole systemic benefit to it.
Yeah, no, I was just looking at different workouts and stuff, how people, get to like a certain point, like low body fat percentage and stuff. I've got like this obsession now in my head about low body fat percentage, and I don't know why. And I won't get it out of my head until like I'm to where I want to, how I want to look. So it's like, stuck in my head right now. But it's like I have this idealization of myself. So that's what I'm trying to achieve. So it's like now, but I was reading about like people who do like the working out thing, and like they incorporate days of fasting within it to help burn fat really fast and things like that. Like you're going to lose obviously a little bit of muscle because you're not taking in any protein or anything, but it's a good way to like when your body's like, super active and you're working out and then you're taking 2 days to fast while you're working out really hard, like your body starts metabolizing your fat off really fast. So it's an interesting concept, but I want to put on weight though before I start doing that. So I'm trying to find like the happy medium, like how much weight do I want to put on it, and then like I'm trying, I don't know, I'm trying to do it clean. So it's like I'm trying to put on, it's hard because I'm not like at a weight where I can really do that and just get really ripped. Because if I did that, I'd be down to like 130 pounds. I want to be like 170, 180, and then cut and be like 160 at that
Yeah.
body fat percentage. So I'm trying to be like one. So that's why I'm trying to put on clean weight. So as I climb up to there, I don't have to do so much to
Bro,
lose it.
you're
I'm already
starting to
almost to
look, dude.
160.
You're starting to look like and actually, this whole thing is starting to lead me to believe that you're actually just in
You
pre-production
know,
training.
get that,
Dude,
getting that baby.
bro, listen to me. You're in pre-production training for the next Marvel movie, dude. You
I
got
am
that
right
whole
now. That's
like,
what I'm trying to
bro,
do.
you got the superhero vibe going with your whole beard and the mix of
Look at
gray
that.
and damn,
Getting there, baby.
motherfuckers.
Look at that.
Yeah, dude.
Oh
He,
yeah.
yeah,
I'm kidding. I don't
hit
really
it,
care. Don't
motherfucker.
worry. I'm not a who like
I,
obsesses
yeah,
over
no,
himself.
no names, no names.
I mean a Fleischl.
No, it'd actually be Reichel. Man, you know what?
What?
He sent me a heart to heart a few weeks ago, like, because I brought up this whole thing that I was doing, like, this stuff, like talking to you and all this kind of shit.
Mm-hmm.
And I just like I went off the rails, like presenting it like really just being myself and being like, hey dude, blah blah blah, doing this, blah blah blah, like just hit him with all that. And then he was kind of
Right.
like, oh yeah, I guess I would love to. And then he kind of it didn't really, it fizzled out. And then all of a sudden, I don't know, I
Hold
don't
on.
know if
What? Yeah. What now?
but he got back to me all of a sudden with like a very like heartfelt thing where he was like, man, I've been thinking about it and da 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 and da da da. And I was like, didn't expect it, and I haven't really coordinated with him again. But my goal is to get on one of these, and it may be just. I think it probably has to just be me and first time, but I think I'm gonna get on one of these, and it's gonna be really fucking interesting because I literally don't know how that's gonna go or what we're gonna say, but he knows about it. I want him to do it, and I've been throwing this shit out to several people, and like I have one Swedish friend who that I really like our conversations, whatever. And I told him about this, and he was like, I would never be comfortable doing that. So I was like, yeah, so this is not something everybody's gonna like sign up for, but I think it's kind of fun. Like I've even been thinking about weird people from like the past to just get on like Zoom calls and record. Like really random ones. Like what's weird? We had that episode where we talked about. Remember? Remember that? I said like the
Oh
Abercrombie,
yeah.
whatever, or the opposite or the whatever. Like, but he was actually a thing, but for some reason he
Mhm.
has not quite registered in your memory. After we had that conversation and I was editing it, who do you think reached out to me on Facebook? Like before I even posted it.
Clinton Fox.
Yeah. And he was like, "Hey man, I'm on my honeymoon, uh, and me and my wife are blah 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 in Hawaii." I think he said. And then he was like, "We just heard your song come on the fucking cafe radio or some shit like that." It's fucking weird, dude. But then I was like, maybe I should say to join me on a Zoom call. You know what I'm saying?
Did
It's like,
you?
why not? Just keep Just go down the rabbit hole. Like, what if I could get Tom Jubarian on a Zoom call? What if I could get fucking Gavin Harsha on a Zoom call? What if I could get Joel? What was his name, dude? The one that bullied me.
What if we could get Caleb Crown?
Oh my god,
That
that would break
would
the Matrix, bro.
it would break the internet. Maybe that would be it. All the buildup we've done. Have we talked about Caleb? We've talked about Caleb Crown in our
Yeah,
conversations, have we not?
I think we can actually say Caleb Brown because we want to provoke a response. We need him to come out of the woodwork. We
Caleb,
actually
where
mention
are
his name.
you?
Caleb Brown. Caleb Brown.
Caleb, we need you now more than ever.
You are being called to duty. You are being called to action, sir. Caleb.
Caleb Brown. Even if you want to bust
Clinton,
us
do you
for
have the
something,
code
just-
word? Do you have the code word? Code Z55799, Agent Caleb 7553. And then you have the rest. You have the other end of the skeleton key.
There's not much to the end of this skeleton key. It's just a.
I think it's
I'm trying to think here.
pound sign.
Oh, are we going with? I was thinking of like an actual.
No, we're doing a scenario where you also have the other half of my code.
Oh, the code. It's hashtag at C9657355FQCX1. And so I think we just reached out to him with our.
Yeah, we just woke up a sleeper agent, bro.
Yeah, we did. That's why that thing beeped.
sucks. That sucks because some fucking crazy person's gonna actually think that. I'm gonna have to cut that.
Watch you get a
Nope, I'm
weird
cutting it.
email in like the next week and a half, and it's like
Yeah.
some random person, and that is the sleeper agent that we awoke.
But also, it's before I even post this. So it's like, then it's really fucked up. Because they're like, I am that sleeper agent, but you still have to post the episode. What do we do
And what
then?
if actually the sleeper agent is Caleb Crown?
Oh, fuck.
I feel like
Then we-
that's his agent name at this point, is Caleb Crown. That sounds like an agent name, like somebody they would name an agent in the secret forces or whatever
I
he
agree.
does as an
Black
agent,
Ops
Caleb
stuff.
Crown. Like
Green-
it's biblical, it's strong,
Yep.
it's Caleb Crown.
God dang, dude. We literally, and thanks to you, actually, we literally were friends with a mythical, like, what is he? Like, he's almost like an elfin figure. Like, going
He's
back
just
to
a
the elf-
he's a being. He's like an
Or is he a
elder
leprechaun?
god at
Is
this
he a
point.
leprechaun? Oh, he's an older god.
An elder god, I feel like.
Interesting.
Or
'cause
like
I'm
even
old.
maybe along your lines, like a mythical, like
Interesting.
minotaur.
Crown. The crown says it all, bro.
Caleb Crown. He's a
We
minotaur.
unlocked it. We unlocked it. Our little scenario about flipping the first and last name turned into a jigsaw puzzle, which resulted in us understanding that Caleb Brown is not a mere mortal. He is Caleb Crown, who is apparently transcending lifetimes and just kind of floating through the ether.
What if he's
and-
watching us now and listening to us?
Oh, fuck you, dude. I hate that you said that. You're triggering my paranoia, bro. Don't do that.
Caleb Crown. Like what
If you
if?
say his
Because
name 3 times, he will appear in
we
your...
don't do that. Can't do that. We need him to appear naturally. We can't force it.
No. You should never summon an entity beyond its capacity to choose freely to be summoned.
I'm about ready to learn to astral project again just so I can go find Caleb Crown.
Dude, I want to find somebody on fucking Fiverr who knows how to astral project that I can pay like that I can pay like $20 to go astral project to find out. You know? Why do we have to learn it? There's somebody out there who's just like dead good at fucking astral projecting. They're like, bro, I'm like the best at it. And they go around to coffee shops, they apply for jobs, they say, hey, I can fucking astral project. Trust me, I can make this better. I can make any situation better. And then they finally resort to posting their shit on Fiverr. and we could
What
be
the
their
hell is
first.
Fiverr?
Yeah, it's like a freelancing gig website.
Oh yeah.
I'm a big believer in it. But what I'm saying is that like they post this. I bet you there are people that will astral project for money. I bet you, dude. And they probably know what they're doing because like how else are those people gonna make money? They spent the last 10 years learning how to astral project. They neglected their finances. They need to find a way to monetize that. And like, why wouldn't we assist them in that? Tell me, are we cruel?
We just need him to find Caleb Crown, the one,
Yeah,
the only,
bro.
the
Can I
legend, the
commit
man,
right
the
now?
myth, the legend.
I want to
He's
commit
going
right
down as a
now.
legend.
I want to commit right now, live on air, that I'm
Okay.
going to try to find an astral projector that I can pay. Maybe one or two, and
You're
I'll
gonna
have them like
you're gonna
zero
get
in.
scammed, bro. Yeah, I
Yeah.
can do that. It's
I
the
mean,
easiest. It's the easiest $20 anybody ever made, and then they come
yeah,
back
but
with a story.
what if they're correct, bro? What if they're correct? How the fuck do you know, man? I might have people that I can fucking find on Fiverr that I've never looked, but it strikes me that, if I can find a violin player, if I can find
I told you this before. I did some research on Caleb Crown. I did find him. He supposedly had bought a house in Duluth, and I saw the house and everything. And when it was, you can see when it was purchased,
he's CIA, bro.
and it was a small, little, quaint little house
He's CIA.
in the
I bet you
city
if you
of
go to that
Duluth.
house, there's nobody there. There's a white van
That's
parked outside.
that's what I'm saying. I bet you he doesn't even exist there.
It doesn't make any sense, bro. He got recruited out of high school. It was the George Bush era of politics. We had Dick Cheney running around all over the place, having heart attacks, shooting people in the face. We have a whole scenario, right? He came up in that times. We don't know what kind of psyops they had. We talked about the fact that the Navy chased me down.
You know who does know about those psyops? Caleb Crown. That's who knows about
Caleb
those
Crown
psyops.
was a psyop. Caleb Crown was a psyop. No, I'm kidding. I don't think he was.
Caleb Crown is a psyop.
I think Caleb Crown got sucked into something that was way bigger than anything he could
Something
have.
deep.
Yeah.
Like he's up there, man. He's in the
He's
upper
up there.
echelon
He's up there.
of the like.
Bro, I'll give you supporting evidence for this. I was talking to one of the guys that that we toured with, that was like one of our touring musicians. He was
Yeah.
the drummer. Loved this guy. I loved all the guys, in all honesty. Like there was a great fucking crew. Like it's not always perfect, but it was great, right? And one
Yeah.
of the main guys that actually linked us and that group together, he was a very, very responsible, like really like, and he was a good musician. He was very competent. He did his homework. He did his stuff. I was checking up with the drummer that was on our team, and I was like, whatever happened to so and so, right? Like, what's he doing? Like, are you guys keeping in touch? And he was like, because like the drummer now is like pursuing his own kind of music career, and he's doing great. And actually, I really love a lot of his stuff, and I try to support him, and I hoping to chat with him at some point here. But he tells me about this other guy that was like the guy that linked all of us together. He was like, yeah, I haven't heard from him in a long time, blah blah blah. And then he said, I think he's now doing like investment banking for multinational corporate. And I was like, what the fuck? 5 years ago, he was he was struggling, like, and he was trying to be a producer and an artist and a whatever. And now 5 years later, he's ghosted a lot of these other guys. Not ghosted, I shouldn't say that. They don't feel like they're keeping in touch, right? To the extent that they would have assumed. And all of a sudden he's like working with like multinational corporations and doing international banking and shit. And I'm just like, okay, a little bit.
That is one extreme career change.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm just saying, like, going into our sort of paranoid stuff that we were talking about before, which I already forgot about, but I know that it was slightly paranoid. That was my example. That was what was
Caleb Crown.
Caleb Crown.
Is-
Caleb Crown. So we don't know, dude. Caleb Crown might also be like an investment fucking banker, international, blah blah blah. Maybe he got recruited into the military, and then he had to do some kind of like Ghost Recon kind of fucking like Men in Black sort of like like a small version of like you're gonna, your whole identity is about to change and like, blah blah blah, and you gotta, forget your past, and he's not literally dead to us, but on some level he is dead to us. And he's dead to the community in which he grew up. He's dead in a sense to like, I assume that if you see his family out and about, you don't see him around. He's kind of in all.
They don't even talk about him.
Yeah, exactly. That's a little weird. And then if he's buying property out there, it tells you like, okay, he's not just on the street somewhere, so he's got some resources, he's making moves.
But he has why? No social media, none. He's off the grid too. You can't find him. The only thing that you find on him,
very suspicious.
the only thing you find on him is like if you go on Google and type in like Caleb Brown Park Rapids, it'll be like old articles about him in track or football or whatever.
I know.
That's it.
I know. God damn, bro.
He doesn't exist.
We need a Netflix documentary. Didn't you say that recently? I feel like you did.
I didn't say that, but maybe I did. I don't think I did, but that sounds like a great idea. And we would call it.
Where in the world is Caleb Brown?
No, where in the world is Caleb Crown?
Actually,
where in the world is Caleb Crown, and what did he do with Caleb Brown? Here we go.
Who was that guy, bro? What if he was just our Agent Smith? Okay, not to be like super conspiratorial.
Who is he?
Here, but
why did he hang out with us that one night and never again after that? Remember, he came over one night. It was me and you, Caleb, and I want to say there was one other person. I can't remember. Maybe it was Matt Lawley. Could have been Michael even. I can't remember. He came over and he smoked weed with us.
Really?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, oh my, and it was one time.
But maybe
that was it.
But the oh my God, that is weird, bro. But maybe the bigger
and he never hung out with us again after that.
But maybe the other side of that is like, if we go into the mindset of, now I'm just playing devil's advocate, okay? What if it was like, I remember the first time that I got exposed to weed, I was maybe like 16, 17 or whatever. And was I? That's bullshit, right? Am I lying?
That wasn't his first time though. Because he had been doing it before, hanging out, like going to parties and stuff.
Really? Well, that's even weirder. Yeah, that's even weirder.
But he came one time and hung out with us and smoked with us, and that was it.
Like if we were recording that conversation, do you think we'd go, "Oh, we freaked the shit out of him"? Maybe we were saying crazy shit, bro.
I don't think we were. It was a normal night,
having like a really cerebral conversation, and maybe he just got freaked the fuck out. It could be.
Maybe, I don't know.
I mean, I guess
it was. Okay.
No, but we should actually do an investigative thing, and actually maybe we should be a little bit bold, dude. Maybe we should like do a co-hosting little series.
Maybe I should do an adventure and we can film it and I go to Duluth.
Yes.
And I go to where he's supposed to live.
But
go to the address.
We have to do some more investigative journalism where we both do it, where we're like, we have to be bold and reach out to the people who would know. We have to go directly to the family because they might just be able to solve this in 2 seconds, being realistic here. Like if we go to Bo, and if I say like, hey, it's Cole Randall, like, you used to, you were friends with my grandpa.
I'd ask his dad. His dad was really weird about telling me where he was. His dad wouldn't say. I asked him, I was like, oh, how's Caleb? And this was probably like 6-7 years ago. And I saw him and I asked Bo and I said, we got to talking or whatever. Oh, how you been? Because I hadn't seen him in forever, I was like, oh yeah. I said, how's Caleb? And he's like, oh, Caleb. He's like, oh, he's good. I'm like, okay. I said, well, I haven't seen him for a while. I said, what, is he still going to school? What's he doing? And he's like, no, he's taking a break. And I said, oh yeah. I said, I know how that goes. He's like, yeah, he's supposed to only be taking a year off and then he's going to be going back. And I was like, oh, okay. And that was like,
when was that?
It was like 6 years ago-ish.
I think we need to do this as a thing, dude. Maybe we should plan like in the coming year. We do something.
Well, my grandma said she asked Bo and Tina because they go to the same church, or she asked one of them, Tina, I think that was there. What's Caleb been up to? And she said, oh, he has a baby and a wife or a girlfriend and lives or whatever, or taking care. Um, and I think my grandma was getting him mixed up with his brother Eric, because I know Eric lives in Fargo or did like Moorhead or Fargo and has had a girlfriend for a long time. I'm assuming they're married now, and I'm pretty sure he has a kid and yada yada yada.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking she got him mixed up with Caleb because I've heard multiple different things about Caleb from people that were like supposed to be like good friends with some type of deal. So I don't know that remember from
Hey,
school.
you mean
Sony
Sony?
Sony Turley or Sony Turpley to Purley Turley.
No, it is. It is uh Sony
It's Sony and then it's TP. So with the P we have to silent the P. So
Pearly.
Sony Turley.
Yeah, Sony Turley. I like that though.
Oh
That's
wait,
a nice
he
name
got
also.
married though and he took his last name of his wife, which was Stark.
No,
So his name is actually Tony Stark, so we have to change it. So now it's Sony
no, no, it's Tony.
Sony Tark.
No, no, it's yeah, it is Sony Tark.
Yeah.
God damn. All right. I gotta get off this call, dude.
Okay.
And we
Yeah, I
need
do
to,
too. I gotta
but
eat.
we need to make this a real thing though. Like we have to do an investigative series. Can we just do it like, and we can just do it because this is an easy format, right? We just do it as a Zoom
Right.
call, and then you just. That's what I keep trying to tell you is like, sometimes like even if you just have like 20 minutes, I think it would be funny to do like this is 20 minutes at the gym and we have a 20-minute conversation and then bam, because it's also like being on the go and moving around is pretty cool. So if we're doing a Zoom call and you're on a mobile and then you're like going out there and you're trying to like you're on the ground and you're trying to fucking like talk to so and so, or you're on the way to Duluth to check out this house, you don't actually have to interact with people. But if we want to do it, it would be pretty cool because then I can also get my brain to work on the investigative side and like give tips and leads and like, you know. In any case, I think we should consider it. Where in the
It'll
world
be
is
something we have to really figure out.
I know, I
That's
know.
that's a lot.
Saleb Crown. What is it? Baleb Crown.
Yeah, now you're stuck on Sony Tark. I think these names are really confusing you right now with the letter change. It's okay though. We'll
Yeah,
get
me
over
too.
that.
Me too.
You're
I know
way too
because
high for
but eventually we're gonna start to see them as that. You
Sony
know,
Tark
like
and Caleb Crown.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
And then it'll be like, no, but you don't understand. That's who you really are. You are
they
actually
won't. We'll understand.
Baleb
They
Crown.
won't.
They will never. But all right, dude. I'm proud of you, man. Keep on the working out and all that kind of shit.
All right. Well, likewise, brother.
Just don't let the fucking don't let the intake exceed the uptake. And I can say the same about myself in metaphorically. So love you,
All
man.
right.
Take care of
Love you,
yourself.
brother. Yeah,
All
you
right.
too.
Bye
See
bye.
ya.